Because when we speak of academic journey, it's not just the learning and the
True.
failing and the passing, but it's also what happens in your life during that time.
True.
All the other factors. Before I began my academic year, I was sexually assaulted. I didn't even know I was sexually assaulted. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
So, when you're coming from Emakaya and Kokasi, they don't teach you about consent. They don't teach you have a choice to say no. They don't teach you about coercion. Someone forcing you to say yes, but they're not necessarily forcing you, because usually the idea that we have with sexual assault is what we see on the TV, which it must be violent.
Yes.
It must be...
It's never subtle.
It's never subtle. It's never... so in my head, I wanted it. In my head, I said yes. And it was me saying yes, but then when it hit me, which was still in first year.
Yeah.
Actually, it didn't hit me in first year. It hit me the next year through reading a book.
Oh no.
A fictional book. And they were describing what was happening there. And they named it. They named that incident. Sometimes things happen to us and we don't have names for them. They named it, and it just threw me back to that day.
Hi guys, welcome to the College Cast News. So this is Unlocking Academic Secrets, and with me I am with my colleague Linda Dlamini.
Hey. Yes, I'm Linda.
And this is Lelo. So Lelo, do you want to introduce yourself? What are your pronouns? What are you comfortable with us calling you as?
My name is Nomvuselelo Phoswa. I will. I will. So, my pronouns are they, them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my pronouns are she, her.
What are your pronouns? Well.
Awesome. So Lelo, tell us who you are, like a quick introduction of who Lelo is. Where does Lelo come from? What kind of family do you come from? Where's your high school?
Taking you way back now.
Way back.
Why it's in Tabatwadi? But it's fine. Me, well, I'm an artist, musician, poet, writer.
Okay.
What else about me? I love anime.
Okay.
I can't. All the Naruto fans, you know what this is, right? Where I come from. So, let me just name two places. I come from Fine Town, close to Lenesia, Kokasi, and also Getwa Limpopo Ramatlala.
Okay.
Diving.
Okay.
The villages.
Okay.
What was that look?
There's no look. What look?
You were cold.
No one ever believes me when I say I come from the villages, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Obulela Spedi.
Hey, Kulela Spade.
Okay.
And it's not this one, our refined one. It's the proper one.
Obviously. Because it's like villages, as she was saying.
Okay,
like, so it's
guys.
deep baby.
Yeah.
Oh, they. Don't they them. You said that she was
I am
saying.
so sorry.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways, my family. Both my parents are pastors.
Oh.
So I come from as much as it was like Christian orientated and everything, my mom allowed for a lot of free thinking and free will. So yeah, and also she taught kindness. So I come from a kind family. I come from generous family, just like very giving and stuff like that. But yeah, more or less, let's keep it at that.
All right, and where did you matriculate?
When I matriculated in 2017, Bataung High. Where's that place again? Ramapondo.
Yo. I can just imagine having to spell that name in an exam.
It's not that
deep.
So,
Yeah.
But you are a Wits now, so we'd like to get into that, right?
Yeah.
So we'd just like to know, how has that experience been for you? When did it start? And yeah.
Okay, so my Witie experience started in 2018. Wits was the only place I had applied for.
Damn.
Okay, that's brave.
With your confidence.
That's really brave.
No, it was
Yeah.
because I think I needed to. I personally feel like I should have taken a gap year. I think my soul was telling me to take a gap year, but it
Okay.
wasn't such a usual thing.
Yes.
Taking a gap year.
Especially
It felt
just
weird.
after maturity.
Yeah, it felt weird. So
Why did you want to take a gap year though?
I don't know. I just felt like throughout my whole life, I was just doing things
Yeah.
according to how they should be done. And then now here's this big decision, like university and your own life and your own everything. And I just came out of high school. I'm just like, like what? Like,
I'm like-
what?
I want to figure myself out.
Yeah.
Before you go into the
But
space.
then
I get what you mean.
I felt like I didn't have the choice. So yeah, so it was with applied for biological science. I didn't apply for it. My family applied for it.
You didn't want to do biological sciences.
I didn't even know what biological sciences was. I didn't even know what. Let me tell you, when I was choosing my courses, my modules, I literally looked at maths, biology, physics, and chemistry. My reasoning behind it, to show you how much I didn't know those things, was because, I did this in high school. This looks familiar.
Okay.
It's the same
It's not really
thing.
about your passion now. It's about what you did in high school and what looks familiar.
Exactly. So yeah, I chose those things, and that was I saw flames. I saw flames. I didn't even know the degree was biological science. I knew it was a BSc Bachelor of Science. Then some girl at the cafeteria dining hall. Why am I calling it a cafeteria? The same thing. At the dining hall
DH.
was asking me about my majors and stuff like that. I'm like, what's that? And then they're like, your majors. Are you doing BSc? I'm like, yeah. It's maths, chemistry. I'm like, yeah. Like chemistry is your major. Biology is your major. I'm like, And it's like, yeah, so you're doing biological science. I'm like, no, I'm doing a Bachelor of Science.
Wait.
In what?
I didn't know.
Modules.
I understand. I mean, it's not what Lelo wanted to do.
It's not.
Really,
It's
so
not.
it does make sense.
Yeah, so, okay, academic year began. I stayed at Reith Hall, parked on I was eye candy.
Oh, God.
Eye candy.
Oh, no.
I loved it. I mean, personally, I enjoyed myself back then.
Yeah.
I enjoyed all week. And
Senior lady. So you guys called them senior lady. I mean, we
Yes.
call them Royal Highness. So I'm from Jubilee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Royal Highness.
We
Oh
see
God.
you. We used to have beef with John. I don't know why, but apparently
We have beef with everyone. See, even Sunny side.
Oh, God.
Hey,
Hey, guys, we're not
okay.
igniting that beef here. So
Yeah,
let's
no,
not
We're
just
not
talk
guys.
about
I'm not a part of it too.
No. So, but again, when I was starting off with this journey of biological science,
Yes.
it was an awkward moment in my life. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but have you ever been in a situation where you're doing this, but you're not necessarily there?
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're just moving like a robot.
Yeah.
I still had that programming from high school. Wake up, go to school, go to class, thinking.
Autopilot.
Autopilot. Basically, I was on autopilot for the
Yeah.
first couple of... No. 1 month.
Okay.
1 month. It was 1 month. And then I started realizing that, there's no one who's looking over my shoulder. And
It's just you.
it's just me. So I can do whatever I want.
I did not
Independent.
I didn't think I was going in that way.
Yes, no, I didn't think that. I thought I'm on my own.
Depression.
I'm depressed.
No. How do you know?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I started skipping class for the first time. Skipped class once. Felt nice. Felt good.
Yeah.
Skip class again.
Yo, Kosiam.
And then you meet with your seniors, and your seniors be telling you, no, Anna, go to class. But they're not going to class. They're going to study in their own rooms and stuff like that. And I know they're missing classes as well. So they just be chilling there and studying. I'm like, I could just do the same thing.
Oh, God, no.
And I think that that was a flop, a huge flop, because I started comparing myself to people that have been here. I just got here. They know what they're doing. But I'm like, it should be the same. I mean, we're all university students. Anyways, first class chemistry failed. Nice 15%. I didn't even study. So I understood. I was like, yeah, no. I didn't study. Me, I still have that mentality from high school because I never studied in high school.
Yeah.
High school was I'm in class and you grab for me, I was able to grab most of the information and pass very well.
Yeah.
So you had like really, really good grades from high school.
Yeah, I had.
Boma, how many distinctions so? Or level 6 so?
I had good grades. I had good grades enough to get me to Wits. I don't think.
Okay, fine.
Enough to get me to Wits.
I'll give it to them.
No. Let's talk APS. Then, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
What was your APS?
Is it on the calendar?
It's not.
Of course.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
So
Related grades. Hey, Bo.
yeah. I mean, after I failed that test,
Yeah.
after I failed that test,
Humbly.
yes, I don't even remember. I think I blacked out. You know when you blacked out that you're alive? Autopilot part 2. Like a second phase of autopilot.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, I failed. But I didn't feel any pain. Also, it was my first time failing. I don't know. It didn't even hit me that hard. I didn't start thinking, no, you're stupid or anything like that. It was just like, oh, I failed. I think that it went with the emotion of, I don't even want to do this.
Yeah. And which module was this, by the way?
If you know, you know. Chemistry 10-12. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Chemistry 10-12.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Test 1. Block 1. Yeah. Then people will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was basically, well, it wasn't basically my first year. Other things happened as well. You know, because when we speak of academic journey, it's not just the learning and the failing and the passing, but it's also what happens in your life during that time.
True.
All the other factors. Before I began my academic year, I was sexually assaulted. I didn't even know I was sexually assaulted. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're coming from Emakaya and Kokasi, they don't teach you about consent. They don't teach you have a choice to say no. They don't teach you about coercion. Someone forcing you to say yes, but they're not necessarily forcing you, because usually the idea that we have with sexual assault is what we see on the TV, which it must be violent.
Yes.
It must be...
It's never subtle.
It's never subtle. It's never... You know, so in my head, I wanted it. In my head, like, you know, I said yes. And it was me saying yes. But then when it hit me, which was still in first year.
Yeah.
Actually, it didn't hit me in first year. It hit me the next year through reading a book.
Oh, no.
A fictional book. And they were describing what was happening there. And they named it. They named that instance. Sometimes things happen to us and we don't have names for them. They named it, and it just threw me back to that day. And how I was depressed. I tried committing suicide throughout that whole year. I thought I was going crazy. I thought it was just me. I'm the problem here.
Yeah.
Started self-harming. This was all in my first year. I never did that, like, throughout my whole entire life.
Wow.
Until I got to varsity. Self-harm. I've never even thought of it.
Yeah.
Trying to kill myself? I couldn't even fathom none of that. And yeah, so that my first day was absolutely terrible because of that. So even the failing and all of that, like already I don't want to do this degree, and now I have this trauma with me.
Yep.
And it was like, okay, damn.
The
So
time keeps going also. It doesn't wait for
It doesn't wait for no one. It doesn't wait for no one. I remember how I didn't even go to CCDU for therapy sessions because I was like, okay, CCDU or lectures, CCDU or study because you're behind and you're failing. You know, so do I take care of myself or do I pass?
Because no one's going to wait for you.
No one's going to
Together
wait for me.
yourself,
But
you
also,
know.
like, I didn't know the channels to make that time for myself as I do now. Failed dismally.
Yeah.
Terribly. Awfully.
Yeah.
That was a terrible fail, man. But I didn't get excluded.
Okay.
So, you know, we still had media exclusion 2018.
Yeah.
Before it got paused, I think COVID or something like that. But there was media exclusion. And what prevented me from being excluded was that I met with a comrade.
Okay.
Rule number 1, make sure you befriend a comrade all
Rule
the time.
number 1, guys.
That's
all
me
the time.
also.
Befriend a comrade.
What do you mean by a comrade?
Comrade, what do you mean? People from political organizations within the
SRC.
university structure,
Okay.
even
Doesn't have to
SRC,
be- okay.
even SRC, school councils, a comrade.
Okay.
Like befriend those people in those structures because they know what they do. So it was a talk
Okay.
where they were advising us about media exclusions and financial exclusion and everything. And after we were done with the talk, I went to go speak to the person,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I was like, "Eh, man, I'm failing badly. Like I'm going down the drain."
So it
here."
wasn't just one test now, it was like
Ah,
test
it
after
was
test.
It was test upon test.
Okay.
In biology, I was getting 40s. Bear in mind, I wasn't studying, so it was a thing of I'm not studying. I'm not going to class.
Yeah.
I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. So in biology, I was getting your 40s. Maths, I was getting your 30s.
Yo.
Physics, I was getting your 20s.
Yo.
Damn.
Yo.
Ngaleyo line nje, ngaleyo line. You can't send it,
Oh,
Yo.
Yo.
So yeah, and
Yeesh.
she took me to my head of school.
Okay.
I didn't know we had that option. I didn't even know what a head of school was.
Okay.
Took me to my head of school. My head of school is like, no, you're smart. If you're able to get 40s without studying, you're smart.
Yes.
So here's what we're gonna do. Since first semester is chai, or it's almost chai. First semester is almost chai. We're getting to the exams. Pass your majors.
Okay.
So do not study your physics and your maths because those were auxiliary.
Okay.
Study your biology and your chemistry, and as long as you pass your majors, you can still move on to the next year
Okay.
or something like that. And I was skeptical. I'm like, nah.
Can't tell my telling
I must fail.
something is off. You guys are setting me up for failure.
Yeah.
Lana.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I agreed, ne? I was like, yeah, no, I'll fail. Come the time I pressure young shy. I'm like, nah, there's no way I can just sit without studying this thing, Gizwe Balaksasa and all of that. So I decided to disregard everything a whole head of school said
Oh God.
and decided to just
Yeah.
study everything, which led to me failing badly. But I wasn't excluded because I had spoken to
Yes.
my head of school, and these are the people that sit in. Sorry, it's head of faculty. I keep saying head of school. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Head of
it's okay.
faculty. These are the people that sit in your WRC's Wits readmission committee.
Okay.
So what the essential lesson from that whole situation was that make sure that these people know your face.
Okay.
The counselors, the faculty advisors, the head of schools, the head of everything. Make sure that they know your face, because when they get in that sitting, and I've said in those sittings as well, when they get in those sittings and they see that student numbers, like, oh, I see Zelona, it's
Okay.
familiar, we know this person,
Yeah.
you know, and then they kind of make concessions because you've tried and you've reached out.
Yeah.
They always emphasize on reaching out. Even in my chemistry, so I redid chemistry 2019.
Okay.
Actually, I redid everything. Why am I saying? Making it sound like I redid everything in 2019. When I redid chemistry, what I did was I spoke to my lecturers this time. I made sure they knew my face.
Okay.
And what they did for me was that they added an extra 1% because I was on 49.
Ooh.
They added that 1% for me.
Okay.
Because they knew my story and they
Okay.
knew what I was going through.
Okay.
Zebulon mustn't see this. Yeah.
Anyways, 2019, I'm repeating my first year. Unfortunately, I was kidnapped and sexually assaulted.
Okay.
Yeah. So that threw me off.
Yeah.
So what happened was I was in prom
Mm.
with my friends, or rather, I was going to a friend.
Okay.
Bump into another friend. And he's like, oh, come drink with us. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, all the brother vibes. Because he's like one of the few first seniors I met in my first year.
Yeah.
They kind of held me through when I was going through the first incident and all of that shebang.
Yeah.
So I trusted him. I'm like, alright, cool. We chill, we drink. Had his other friend there.
Okay.
His other friend had a car and everything. We're chilling, we're drinking, and everything is nice. My phone switches off. And then he's like, around 11 o'clock, he's like, let's go.
Go
still no, he's saying like, let's go home. Like, it's time to vibe.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying, I'm still having fun. I am still having fun. But he seemed very persistent in that at that time, it didn't click. You know, nothing was clicking for something is wrong.
Yeah.
Because I'm having fun, we're all having fun, and all of a sudden you just want to leave.
Yeah.
And you don't think. And then his friend, while he was saying, let's go, and I was about to be like, alright, cool, let me vibe. Because I was saying they should Uber for me, and then I'll pay for it myself.
Yeah.
Then his friend pops out of nowhere. He's like, I'll take her home.
Okay.
I turn around. He looks at him. They look at each other.
Okay.
There's a slight pause in that look. I'm standing in between here.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What is happening?
I don't know. Then I look at him. He looks at him. He's like, you will take her home. Are you sure?
Oh God.
That question didn't, like, nothing was clicking. You know when you have your guard down? Nothing was clicking. And then he's like, yes, I said I'll take her home. And then I'm like, and then what's happening? I gotta know, it's fine. I brushed it off because the guy had also lost his phone, the ex-friend.
Okay.
He had also lost his phone at that time. So I thought maybe the tension is he lost his phone, he's disgruntled, he just wants to leave. Yada. I'm left with his friend here.
Yeah.
I am chilling with his friend. I was drinking, everything's still nice.
Okay.
It's time to go home, it's time to vibe.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, I wanna vibe now. I'm good. He's like, okay, sharp. We get in the car. So I get it 2019, Nikisa squad. Because I had lost funding after failing. I had NSFAS, lost funding, didn't have a place to stay, nothing.
Yeah.
So I was still
That's
squatting with
hectic.
my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah. 2 ways, 3 tiki. He's supposed to turn this way, and I tell him beforehand,
Sure.
turn this way. He's like, yeah. He passes.
Oh, Gosiam.
He's gone.
Aibo.
He's gone. I'm like, you just missed the past. And then I said, I'll take you home, didn't I?
Aibo.
Lapho ngabona ke ukuthi shit.
Yeah.
Sorry for saying, guys.
Okay.
I'm like, damn.
That's actually.
Akusahambi kahle lana. I think that's why I just switched off. I'm like, oh fuck, it's happening again.
Yo.
You know that feeling, you know, it hits you like
I'm here again. Oh my God.
how the hell did I get here?
Yeah.
Again. All I wanted to do was go home. So yeah, that was the incident
Yeah.
that basically collapsed me for 2019, my whole academic year there.
Understandably.
Which is understandable
Yeah.
because
Yeah. But also then, I'd like to go back to the part where I was defunded, had no place to stay.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure people are wondering, how did you manage that?
Yeah.
So,
you talked about some friends. Which friend is that? You were staying at some friends.
yes. She was my roommate in 2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got close because of everything that was happening. And
Yeah.
she didn't even understand what was happening. Puma Makaya, what's going on with this person? She'd pray for me. I have her. I love that. So even today, we are still friends.
solid.
Wow.
Still solid. So, I was squatting there for a while. How I registered was I signed an AOD.
Okay.
That's an acknowledgement of
Debt. Acknowledgement of debt. Also, what happened that year? Yeah, a lot happened, guys. Still trying to remember. Oh yeah, I didn't have fees from the previous year.
Okay.
That's why it was easy for me to sign that AOD.
Okay.
So my fees for the previous year were paid by NES first. So they were
Yes.
just like, sign an AOD, and then I wasn't even supposed to sign an AOD.
That's what I'm wondering. How are you signing if you didn't have historical debt?
Yeah, I think I got scared because I heard of financial exclusion
Okay.
and I didn't have funding.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to, it seemed as if I had to do something to get in. I can't just get in anymore. There's no that comfortability.
I hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah,
So, and then you're able to register.
I was able to register.
Were you still registering to biological sciences?
Yeah, I mean, I know I didn't want to do it, but it didn't feel like I had any other choice still. Because now it's 18-year-old me, 18 turning 19-year-old me.
You're still very young.
Still very young. So here I'm doing my first year again, squatting, carrying my washcloth and everything in the same bag that has my laptop and my books, and I'm going to class.
Yo.
It was a lot, and it was always so heavy. Yeah, the school bag was always so heavy. People would be like, "Why is your school bag so full?"
If only they knew.
If only they knew. If only they knew.
So that happens. There's still 2019. This horrible thing happens again, right? How do you bounce from that? Do you do you at least like get some support from Wits itself in terms of like psychological support, anything?
I got support from the GEO.
Okay.
When the incident happened, they took me to a hospital. The rape kit was done.
Okay.
They took me to Kinet Care, the one here in
Yeah.
Netcare.
Yeah, I think so. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they took me to Netcare. They can for us cases of sexual assault, it's actually free.
Okay.
So you don't pay for anything.
Okay.
So GEO took me there, transported me there. They also gave me letters as well
Oh yeah.
to help me, like when I couldn't write something or
To say that like this person is not actually okay.
yes,
Yeah,
and even CCDU was actually quite helpful.
Okay.
In the big, I know, shocker.
It is.
Shocker! This was 2019, things have deteriorated.
Yeah.
CCDU was very, very, very helpful at that time. I was consulting with a social worker to just help me get through things.
Okay.
Also, they was at that time still providing letters. It has changed so much, guys.
Yeah.
They were still providing letters as well, CCDU,
like
as
GEO.
support. Like GEO to support your statements, to show and prove for you're attending therapy and you're doing all of that.
Yes.
But also, it didn't last long because that thing needs consistency, and it also needs a lot of mental strength.
Yes.
Mental strength.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Wits did help in that way. And a comrade assisted me with getting the hardship accommodation.
Okay.
I hadn't applied for it. And they were able to squeeze me in.
Comrade,
No,
guys.
a comrade. I keep saying.
No, a comrade.
You know what?
The
A
magical
comrade.
trick.
You already know what? How?
No, a comrade, guys.
Because, yeah.
So, yeah, she assisted me with getting a place. I was circled with a place.
Finally. Yeah.
But now there's hunger.
Yes.
There's no
Houses
funding.
now.
No funding.
No food.
Yeah, family can barely support because they also have, my family is not rich. So they have to take care of their stuff as well. My sisters had to take care of their kids.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't earn that much. And there's still my little brother as well. He was still in school, I think, at that particular time. So I was just fending for myself at this point, food and everything. Hey, it was tough.
Kunzima, Nkosi yami.
It was tough.
Attending classes on an empty stomach.
Yo, and you'll attend, Abang.
Yo.
And you'll attend.
How do you focus? I'll be
Kosiam.
thinking about food and just not
There's no focus. You just go and
for the sake of going.
yeah, and then you just stop going.
Aish.
Oof.
You go and then you stop going. So I was just hungry, tired,
Yeah.
tired of life.
Yeah.
I was depressed. I was very, very, very depressed. Yo.
Was it a matter of what people can see? Or was it a matter of you can like hide it from the rest of the world?
I was good at hiding it. I was very good at hiding it. In fact, I once went to a talk whereby people that I started my first year with, and I was giving my story there as well. And they're like, we always saw you on campus and you always looked so good. And you always looked so jolly and stuff like that. Like, how did you handle that? I'm like, usually people think depression is how you look.
Yeah.
So if you master looking good, no one,
This is deep.
no one is gonna know
Yeah.
inside who
No one
you're
is gonna
falling
know.
apart. Because mental illnesses, I think, the thing that sucks about them is that they are inside. Like it's literally, how people be, it's in your head. It's in your head. It's
like,
literally in your head.
It's not anywhere
There's
else.
no way you can run from it. So that's how I was able to get away with it and not look depressed. Even though I was severely depressed. And yeah.
And then, like, throughout then it's 2019 now, again, still in first year. How are your grades looking this time? With all of this happening. So,
I was still bad.
yeah.
I was still terrible, Shem. Yo.
Worse than the previous year? Or...
Oh, better.
It was better.
Okay.
Okay.
Was it because you were attending class?
I stopped at some point.
You stopped at some point. Pela, you were not attending, Jebeli. You only attended for 1 month. So that's what I'm like, when
No,
you
I
attending
think the
class
reason
more,
why it
it's
was
like,
better was I think the reason why it was better was because that I have this thing where if I've done something before, I will retain that knowledge.
Okay.
Like it's not gonna run away. It's gonna remain.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing it again. It's familiar now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not saying do that, guys.
No, kitchen, yes. Or don't.
No, not even.
Yeah.
Please. So my grades were, they were fine. Study groups here and there.
Okay.
Yeah. There were also people that had failed as well.
Okay.
And like there was like a support group created our listening support group failures one side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we helped each other through, and they also got defunded and everything, so we stayed at the same res. They would help me out a lot with food and stuff like that. Like,
God bless their hearts.
no, for real.
For real.
Another university hack, find those people that you're gonna like, because you can't do it alone.
You can't.
You can't.
Especially vets.
Oh,
The
no.
edge.
Yeah.
The challenge is more than just the academic stress.
That's the thing, I genuinely don't think Wits is hard. I feel like everything that happens outside of Wits is what
the
makes it hard.
Because we're facing different challenges. Look at
Exactly.
you, God.
So many
Challenge
different.
after challenge.
Yeah. And then when you were a child, you'd face challenges, but you had parents,
Yes.
and they kind of
to help you.
slightly shielded you from some of those things. You are allowed to be a child here and there.
Yeah.
Here you're an adult out of nowhere.
It's just you.
Yeah.
You have to face them
Yeah.
on your own.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not even the fact that you have to face them on your own, but you feel like you have to face them on your own because you feel like a burden, and you don't want to, you don't want to. How about you email about
Yeah.
because you have to deal with them yourself. And sometimes it's not even supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
It's really not. So yeah, that's what happened. Failed. I went to WRC 1. No, I went WRC 2.
Okay.
I went to the meeting.
Okay.
Told my story. Told them everything. Poverty porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
So getting excluded for the first time right now.
yeah,
Yeah. But like last year it was
exclusion waived.
No, but
Okay.
I just mean like in terms of the finances, it was like financial exclusion in a way because NSFAS,
Defunded.
Yeah.
they funded you, and then
Yes.
now it's academic exclusion in 2019. Okay, yeah.
And there's an academic exclusion, but I had passed 2 modules out of 4.
Okay.
Hey, good.
So yeah, no, Shem, I fought for my life.
In more ways than one.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay! Also, I dropped physics. That helped.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That
Okay.
really helped. That really helped. I dropped it in the next year, 2020,
Okay.
and I decided to do psychology
Okay.
because I think I had failed. I forgot what I failed, but
Yeah.
I failed something. So then comes 2020. I got NSFAS again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was able to get my NSFAS again.
So you appealed.
I know I reapplied.
You
'cause
reapplied.
Once
Okay.
you're out, but then you can reapply if you haven't maxed out
Your
The
number of
numbers.
years.
Yes.
Yo. The
I
number of years thing.
reapplied. I got it back. I got accommodation.
Okay.
I'm still in first year.
And this is
Yeah.
the year of COVID, ne?
This is the year of COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 2018, 2019. No, it's
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
2020.
Okay.
Year of COVID. I'm coming a bit more rejuvenated now. I think
Okay.
there's light at the end of the tunnel and everything.
Yeah.
COVID it.
Yes.
COVID it. Then I was still staying at a South Point. South Point is like, hi, Kope.
Hi, Bo.
Hi,
Everyone
Kope, go
out.
home.
Hi, Bo.
Nonke.
Yo.
You can't stay here. We cannot facilitate you guys during
Yeah.
COVID. Go home.
And your money? Does it come back?
No.
It doesn't come back anymore. That's a scam.
Money doesn't come
That's a
back.
scam.
It was, it was, shame. Scam can need this. I don't think it's scam. Galal. Galal. It was a joke.
Okay.
A joke.
Anyway, yeah, you go home. Or do you actually go home?
I went to my sister's place because she needed me to stay with my nephew.
Okay. Okay.
And so it was now academics and basically raising
A child.
a toddler, a child.
Yeah.
Yo.
He was 3 years old.
Okay.
Yo.
Yeah, it was 3 or
Studying
2.
and raising a child now.
Yeah,
Yo, that's crazy.
studying and raising
That's
a
crazy.
child.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
I wasn't
Hey,
that
God.
bad, man. I
Do you enjoy
Contrary-
kids?
I love kids.
Oh, at
I love
least,
kids.
yeah, because
Yeah, Sheva, I love
at least,
kids.
yeah, though.
It really wasn't that terrible
Okay.
because somehow staying home during that academic year
Mm.
and being around my nephew helped me a lot.
Oh.
Mm.
Mm.
It helped me a lot
Yeah.
because I share my past.
Oh,
And that
great.
2020 I passed.
You
Yeah.
passed.
Because I was away
That's
from
awesome.
everything.
Yeah, it
You
was
didn't have
just
to
you
struggle
and
so
home.
much.
Yes.
And home.
And also
Mm.
being with the child,
Mm.
children are very special.
Mm.
He unlocked something in me
Mm.
that had been closed off
Mm.
Yeah.
completely. Like, Shem, I love my nephew. Yo, I love my nieces as well. I love them all.
You love them all, eh? Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
all of them.
Ah, Nkosi yami.
Yeah, no, so I'd play with him. Plus, we lived in a very small place, and you didn't. So I'd have to make up things.
Mm.
I'd have to be creative. That opened me up.
Mm.
The things we used to do as children actually helped us self-regulate our emotions so much
Yeah.
that us not doing them now as adults, because we're adults, we don't realize those things actually helped.
Yes.
And that's why I'm a very playful person right now. Now I'm like very playful. Sning, I want to play hopscotch. Sning, I'll just break dance out of nowhere. Because it actually, Mara, it helps.
Honestly, keeps you safe.
It keeps you sane.
Yeah.
So that I passed really well.
Good. Yeah.
Then now we're on to my
So proud of
second
you.
year.
Yes.
My
2021.
2021. Now I'm in my second year now.
Yes.
Properly.
Yo, finally.
Finally.
Yo.
Yeah.
Gandhi.
Oh.
Ow.
Oh.
Yo. Okay.
I'm sorry to say that sometimes, guys. Like, sometimes you think it's getting better, then it.
You know that guy who's every time you see it going up,
Yes,
it's
go
going
down.
Yeah.
Yo.
What happens?
Hi,
in
Bo. What
2021?
happens? What happens?
2021, Buffett.
Yo.
2021, it was not. I don't know what happened. I just feel like once I got back to Bram has this energy.
No, so you had to come back.
Yeah, I had
Yo.
to come back and everything.
Ish.
Bram has a specific energy that just drains a person.
Mm.
Like, I'd advise people, if your home is safe, go home as often as possible. As often as
Ish.
possible. 'Cause-
I'm heavy on the safe parts because some people
Yeah,
can't go
that's-
back home.
Yeah.
That's the reality of most people.
That's
So,
true. That's
yeah.
true.
Mhm.
That's why it's important to find people that you can be with at that time in those, because you're never alone.
Yeah.
There are also people that stay behind during holidays because they
Yeah.
can't go home. Make a community out of
Honestly.
that, guys. Mamaning, like ubuntu gezana. Parking izandla ziyagezana in so many
Yes,
ways.
In so many ways.
In so many ways. At 2021, I came back, my energy was just gone.
Yeah.
Off. I'd look at an assignment and I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
Wait, before we get to that, so we were able to register. You
Still had NSPAS, I passed, everything was fine. Had residence, everything was fine.
Everything was fine. Just the energy and
I was tired. Oh, I think I was just,
you're out of it.
it was gone, and I'm forcing myself to do this degree.
It's not you, shame. It's not your thing.
And I think when you want to hit your 20s now, you become a bit more stubborn with your life. And a bit more intentional as well.
Yes, you want to structure it the way you want.
Yes. Now you can. Now you have the choice to actually. Oh, okay.
No, you feel like you can structure it the way you want.
Yeah. So, I was also into comrade stuff.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
I was also into comrade stuff. So that, yeah, I think cool that year. Being an activist and a student at the same time is wild
thing.
Wild.
Yeah.
People always thinks it's nice.
No, one must die. One must die. It's either academics suffer or the
activism side.
One must die.
Which one suffered for you?
The academics. I didn't care.
You were fighting for what? For students.
For students, and I was okay. You see, that one made me happy. I found something that kind of brought me back to life. There was that excitement
when you're fighting for something.
Yeah, now I'm doing something that actually feels valuable.
Yeah,
and has impact.
You know, when you find that student and they're like, "Thank you so much, I've registered. Thank you so much, I have a place to stay."
And it's because of your hard work, because of what you had to put in.
And not just me alone, you know, we work as a collective. We don't work alone. So that being a comrade kind of held me down. Yeah. Because I felt like I had a purpose in life. Yes. And I told you I grew up in a family that's so always giving, always helping. Yeah. So helping kind of made me feel like there's direction in my life. But also it was an escape. Yes. From my own self. So I'd keep giving myself to everyone else.
But not yourself.
Not me. Because me didn't know what the heck was going on. Me had so many things happening. So many traumas. So much pain.
And you didn't want to deal with it.
I didn't have the time
to deal with it.
I didn't have the time to deal with it. I had to find the coping mechanism. Smoking, drinking, sex, you name it. Anything and everything that was available to just run away from whatever was happening. And I also had moved away from the suicide. I was improving. I was getting better. So dying is not an option anymore. Because I actually want to live now. But I don't want to live like this. So I'm still running away from a lot. And then, I was saying about the assignments. I'd look at them. I'd be like, deuces.
I'm not doing it.
I would do it halfway.
I'm not doing it.
And I still have a lot of time to submit this. Deuces.
Oh, God.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
You know, I'm not doing it. And I think that's where I then also strengthened my courage to study what I wanted to actually study, which was music. I really wanted to do music. At this point, I'm like, I want to do music.
This is me.
This is me.
You weren't a scientist, you're actually an artist.
Yes.
Wow.
I am that test. I'm not the other test.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a musician. And I started doing things that were aligning with that calling as well. Started creating shows, performing a lot, tried to make a band here and there. No.
So at this time, did you take it as a career or was it just something that you do on the side?
It was going to be my career. I knew it from a very long time. Witie, this is what I actually want to do. I was just not grounded in it yet.
So you were still in Bachelor.
Yeah.
I was still in that Bachelor.
That you also don't know.
Biological sciences.
Anyway,
I don't even, to this day, I don't understand it. So, I started doing things that were aligning with music and I applied for music.
Okay.
While you're still enrolled for,
I finally applied.
Okay.
The auditions, we were sending videos.
Okay.
Sent a video, sent everything. I got it provisionally accepted for it.
Okay.
Right.
Do you wanna hit some notes for us?
We'll come to, you know what's better? Let's actually go to one of their shows and we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, Bariking, yeah, that happened. I applied everything. And then,
Oh.
ish,
Oh, because yeah.
ish,
What happened?
What happened?
Bariking, MRNNX.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
That means exclusion with no appeal.
Hey, Bo.
So I thought that I could, like, since I've applied for something else,
You
just
could run
feel
away
this,
from that.
and then ngizongena lana. But
Doesn't work like
it
that.
doesn't work like that. You have to pass it so that you can go. That's it.
Exactly.
Because
Then I got a letter from music school. They were like, yeah, well, we know we had provisionally accepted you and everything, but due to the marks that you got in your previous course, ask us.
Come on, NJ.
No.
What was the problem?
Hi, Yvette.
Please ask this. These systems are weird. These systems are weird. Although with the knowledge I have now, I believe I could have bypassed it.
Yeah, probably.
I could
For,
have
for someone
bypassed
out
this.
there, how would you have done that?
Okay, yes.
No, this one is a one-on-one.
We can't let
one
it
you have to
go.
put down.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can't
Yeah.
I hear you.
release
Just
all
don't
the
talk about it.
files.
But, so hit
Yeah.
us up, NJ. One.
Yeah.
Any question, tell them they'll give it to me. I'll give it to you guys.
Yeah. Guys.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm at an ex moved me 2021.
Yeah.
I was distraught.
Yeah.
I was like, I finally had the courage.
To do this.
And it's
and-
not breaking out
Finally,
still.
it chopped me.
Mm.
So 2022 was the year. Until was the year whereby I'm an excluded student. At home and
At home, we're in Limpopo or here?
Joburg.
Oh, okay.
Joburg. I'm at home and I don't know what to do with my life.
Yeah. What's your family saying though? Because I'm sure they must have had some stuff to say about that.
Nah, not really.
Did they
whatever.
know?
I don't think my dad knew. My sisters knew.
Okay.
My sister knew. I don't think my dad didn't know.
Okay.
I think for him, I just dropped out of school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just dropped out of school.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what were they saying about this? They were trying to make me apply somewhere else. And I was like, because I was by Shem. I was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
You were out of it.
I was done. I was like, I'm gonna do this my own way.
Yes.
If I flop, I flop. But I'm tired of listening to y'all. Like, it hasn't been working for me so far.
Yeah.
Let's try me. Let's see what me is gonna do for me.
Because
Who's gonna do it for
at the end
you?
of the day, this is actually your life, not ours.
Exactly.
Not theirs.
So,
You.
yeah.
Exactly, and I flopped a lot.
Oh, okay. But also, like, it's you.
your
that's
way.
flowing.
Yes,
So that's
It's
fine.
not-
me. I'm flopping, and I will
not
take
them.
it with
Yeah.
my chest. Yabona. I will take with my chest. I won't even pinpoint. You did this. You know me. All of this is now me. I spent the year of 2020. The first 2022. I spent the first couple of months. Very don't know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Always high. Always
High on weed.
Always high.
High on what?
Always high.
Okay.
I was always high.
Okay.
I was always drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then things started looking up, gigs
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
coming through.
Yes.
So then I did gigs. I'm leaving out a lot because a lot of things. My life is an adventure, guys. If I could write a book,
We need that
Child.
book, actually.
ciao.
You need it.
Yo, if I could start with my childhood, even ciao. Anyway, back to the story. I started getting gigs, paying gigs,
Good.
performing. I'm like, I like this. I'm getting into this. This is it.
This is me.
This is it. I feel this. I could do this my whole life.
Fine
Yeah.
with
This is a
myself.
career. 2020 ended. 2022 ended. Moving on to 2023. 2023, I'm like, I'm taking a nice gap year.
Yeah.
I took a gap year this time.
Okay.
See, when you grow older, now you get bolder to do those things. And those things, there's always going to be like, I should have done this earlier. I should have done this.
Yes.
But also, it's gone now. We're here. You're doing it now, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And that's all that should matter.
Yes.
You're here now. You're doing it now. Keep moving. If you keep staying at the back or in the past, you even before you realize it. But, I kept focusing on things
On
I
the
should have did,
past.
whereas I can do them now.
Exactly.
Moving
Yeah.
into the future.
Just because it passed at the time doesn't mean you don't have the chance to do it now.
Yeah.
I think that's what people should know. You can always try again. You can, as long as you're still breathing, you can always try again. So 2023 was the year where I was just strictly performing now.
Okay.
Strictly performing. Through and through, and it was tough.
Why was it tough?
It was tough, guys. It was tough because I had to ponder my own food.
Okay.
Buy your own electricity. Sometimes gigs don't pay.
Yeah.
The actual industry is rough. The music industry is not nice. And it doesn't even care if you have talent or not. It cares about the connections you have. It cares about who knows you, who doesn't. It's bad, actually.
So wait, Lelo, whilst now we're in 2023, where are you staying? Yeah.
I don't want to go into that.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, okay, but you were not staying with family.
No, I wasn't staying with family.
Okay.
I stayed somewhere.
Alright, okay.
Disclose location.
I can't disclose it. Guys, good thing.
Yeah.
I'm deliberately cutting off a lot also because it
okay.
includes other parties as well that I don't want to include.
Respecting them as well. Which is understandable.
Yeah, so
Yeah, okay, got it.
and then I applied for music again in 2023.
All right. Taking a leap of faith.
Yeah. Got in.
Okay. Okay.
Now it was registering.
Okay.
So this is what, this year, 2024?
This year I'm currently doing Bachelor in music, jazz voice.
Finally.
Thank you.
What you wanted.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying it.
Kosian.
Like I'm passing so seamlessly. It's as if
As in.
at first I was so mad at myself and I had a lot of imposter syndrome because I'm here 24 or 23 with the 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel so out of place. I feel like, hey, I should be working. My stuff should be shanganing by now, but it's not. It took a long time to get into the groove of being a student again, and also to just be like, dude, nobody cares about your age. Why are you caring?
And it's your journey.
It's my own journey,
your
my
journey.
pace. Yabona. Where I'm going, only I know.
Yes.
Only I know. Registering was an issue, but I knew a comrade.
Comrade, people.
Aye, man.
And
No,
I
a
was
comrade.
I
And
knew
you were also a comrade.
I was a comrade. So we
That's the lesson here. Be
Be
a comrade.
or be both.
But don't date one. That is from me personally. I am doing you that favor of telling you that.
comrades are lovers and fighters, guys. Just saying. We can be lovers. How?
It's fine. We don't want to debate.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, I got registered.
Okay.
I got a place to stay. And
It's coming together.
Hey, the first half was rough because I still had to travel. I had to travel from Ekasi to home. I mean, to school to Ekasi. That was the first few months. But after I got the place, things started settling down and like, okay.
But for the fact you were able to, allow yourself to go through that. And also figure at a point where you were settled. Yeah.
Sometimes you just
That
have to
takes
allow
courage.
yourself. You have to allow yourself to just. I think it's because I also went through a lot.
Yeah.
So this is. I've been here. I've been through worse. Like what's this?
Yeah.
I can definitely take this on. It was still painful. It was still very painful having to fight to register because it always felt like my whole life, my whole academic life, I always had to fight.
Yes.
Like I always have to fight.
Appeal after appeal.
After appeal, if it's not finances, it's something. Like something has to go wrong if it's like, yo, guys, I've never had smooth sailing, honestly.
Yeah.
And then so this is me now, doing my first year, I'm enjoying myself, I'm passing, my average in June was a nice 75%.
Yo,
Nice.
no
I got in-
distinction.
I got like
That's
a-
an average. Damn.
Yo.
That was my average, and it was because of this other module, guys.
We'll deal with it. You're capable. We all know it.
It's
Yes.
I got an did I get it? No, I got a distinction somewhere. My first distinction at Wits.
Nkosi yami.
Good. So,
Yeah, you've come so far.
Yeah, and then I just want to ask, in terms of like funding this year, how is that going
When's
for you?
Alan?
Yeah.
Or is it still the comrade? Hey, this comrade. This comrade is a plug.
Tell them back.
Still number. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
guys, I don't want to talk about that aspect actually.
Nkosi
Yeah,
yami.
okay.
Kuningi.
Kuningi.
It's fine.
Kuningi, but I do
fine.
need funding.
Okay.
I definitely, for my previous fees.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I have outstanding fees, and that's gonna be my next year. I'm fighting again.
I will be there
Nice.
to strike. It's fine.
Let's go.
Yeah. So, and then now, in terms of the gigs, as now you're finally doing this degree, something that you love, right? You're finally also in the industry. You've established yourself. Are you getting more gigs this year? How is that going?
So, nope, not finally in the industry. Because I was performing mostly at restaurants. That's where the money
Okay.
is.
Mm.
The money is genuinely not there by releasing music. The money is
It's not there.
Live performances is
Okay.
where the money is at.
Okay.
So live performance wise, I'm getting back into it. I'm getting back into the groove of performing live.
Okay.
Yeah.
At first it was like, okay, school is a lot. I need to, and
Yeah.
then after I got into the groove of school, I started getting gigs.
Okay.
And as we speak, I have so many gigs lined up. Like, yo,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can you let us know what your social media thingy is?
Yeah, so that we can follow you.
and also show up.
Okay, I have a terrible habit of not posting. I post after the event. I don't
How are you
know.
supposed to show up?
I know.
Nkosi yami.
Kuningichikiwa ngale ndaba lela.
Need to do better.
Yeah.
I need to do better. I know. I'm just not a social media person at all.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, you must have some social media.
Oh yeah. So on Facebook, yes, I'm on Facebook, guys. Do not judge me. Ngimdala.
No shit.
On Facebook, it's Nomvuselelo Phoswa.
Okay.
On Instagram, it's blackmist, one word, _Phoenix.
Okay.
Do not judge me with that name. I created it when I was 15 and I just ran with it. So blackmist _Phoenix.
Yeah.
I'm not on Twitter.
Is that your stage name as well? Black Mist?
No, not anymore.
Oh, okay.
Not anymore. That was very no.
Okay. So who are you now? You just Nomvuselelo or?
I'm deciding between Nal and Nomvuselelo. Nal is an abbreviation of all my names. Nomvuselelo and Jalaliseki, because I love all my names.
Yeah.
But also I really love Nomvuselelo.
Yeah.
Same.
I really love
Nomvuselelo.
Nomvuselelo.
Angazi if I ever say, angazi ngenaphi. Kodwa ke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But no, I think Nomvuselelo, it's been so great having you here.
Yeah.
And thank you for trusting us with your story, for being able to come here to tell us your story, which is also very sensitive and has a lot of terrible things that have happened, that have been done to you. And yeah, and I think what we hope to achieve with this story is to send hope to whoever is out there that eventually
It will get better.
it does get better. So yeah, I don't know if you have any closing words.
Thank you so much, like, for finding the courage, finding the strength. I feel like it's one thing to go through it on your own, but it's
Yeah.
another thing to share it and reflect on it. And I'm just, appreciating and seeing how strong you are to talk about that and, share your story and articulate yourself so well while you are sharing that story. So thank you so much for feeling like this is a safe space.
'Cause it is.
Because it is.
It
yes.
genuinely
But
is.
yes, but thank you so much for trusting us enough to open up in the way that you did. And I hope your story can also be, a beacon of hope to someone else who would see you can always get up.
I
You
hope
can
so.
always try again, as you said, as you
Always,
mentioned.
as long as you
So
breathe.
thank you so much and best of luck. You're finally doing something you love and it's
Yeah.
going to work out. I'm not even gonna say I hope it works out. I know
It
it will work out.
Yeah.
It must.
It must work out.
It
Yeah.
It must work out. So yeah, thank you so much.
Do you have anything to say? Any message for our viewers?
Well, what can I say, guys? Fight for your life. Do whatever you need to do at that particular moment to survive. Like, don't care about what anyone else is going to say. This is your life. Honestly, and you live once. I know that saying has been said, it's cliche. People say it all the time. But if you actually think about it, internalize it, you live once.
Yeah.
You only get this one life. So follow those dreams as wild as they may be.
Yeah.
If you're going, fight. Go fight.
And find a comrade.
Find a comrades.
And come to our show. Come to our show. You know, if you have anything to share, a story to share, make sure you come, guys. This is a safe space. Like, we're here to listen to you, and your story could actually be the reason why someone wakes up another day. So, yeah, make sure you hit us up. The email will be
our email address is on the comments. Before the comments, you know that section. I don't know
the
description. The description. But guys, we have been the College Cast team. Thank you so much. This is just really great. It's great to have you guys as viewers as well. Stay tuned for our next episode.
And subscribe, guys.
Bye.
Subscribe. Bye, y'all.
Bye.